On this City Connect, we take you on a tour of Shawnee's historical Fairview Cemetery. On June 21, 1897, the Shawnee City Commission dedicated a plot of land on Harrison Street as Fairview Cemetery. That land has grown to 80 acres in size and is today one of the city's oldest historical landmarks. Fairview Cemetery offers a variety of services year-round and is served by a staff of 4. The cemetery is open every day throughout the year and on holidays. The hours of operation during the winter are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 8 a.m. to dark during the summer.
There is about 18,000 residents here at Fairview Cemetery. It's city-owned. So anyone can be buried here. We have state regulations that require an outside container for every burial. We average about 100 burials, interments per year. It is a very nice, peaceful place to be, and we try to maintain the grounds and maintain the markers to the ability to where it looks nice.
For visitors, various rules and guidelines have been established which help keep the cemetery grounds clean and free of clutter.
We don't allow any pets in the cemetery. Sometimes they become annoying. We ask for the walkers to respect any funeral going on and to turn and walk away from the funerals just out of respect. A lot of the things that we look for as we drive through the cemetery is sunken graves. Fresh graves will sink and we'll have to fill them back in. Markers or headstones that are unlevel, tree limbs that are down. There's rules about what kind of headstones or markers can be placed, how many type. There's regulations on the vases. Most of the time we like to have the hideaway vases put in where that just makes it a whole lot easier on us to mow and weed eat without having to go around a lot of things and take extra time.
Cemeteries to me are very peaceful. It's the last place that that person is going to be, that they are going to final resting place, and they're loved, and I'd like for them to know that those people are well taken care of right to the end, to this part of this life. And we have a lot of people that come in to visit. They stop in here and we maintain their graves. We make sure that the stones are straight and that they're okay with their loved one being here.
The cemetery offers a resting place for residents with a variety of historical backgrounds, some of whom have founding ties to the city of Shawnee, making the records that are kept here important for genealogical research. When we come back, we'll look closer at some of the more famous residents and the historical value the cemetery offers. In 1897, the city of Shawnee dedicated a plot of land as Fairview Cemetery, which has grown to over 80 acres in size. With over 18,000 grave sites, Fairview offers valuable insight into the history of Shawnee as well as important records for those interested in genealogy.
We're standing in the southwest corner of the cemetery, which is one of the oldest parts of the cemetery. It's right up here next to Harrison Street, and the oldest part of the cemetery was dedicated in 1897 by the Commission of the City of Shawnee. There were graves out here before that time, but that's when it was commissioned as Fairview Cemetery. And as the years went by, the cemetery at one point expanded quite a bit of property to the north, and then here in the recent few years, we've expanded across Center Street over by Kid Space Park, to ensure having enough growth or ground in the cemetery. We had to expand to encompass right now at about 80 acres. In this section that we're in, there are several old graves and some pretty interesting headstones.
Some of the more famous residents here include Mr. Henry Beard, the founder of Shawnee, and Dr. Brewster Higley, who wrote the familiar Western song, Home on the Range.
We also have one of the first sheriffs of Pottawatomie County here. We have a statue in the older part of the cemetery that is a life-size statue of Jesus with 3 children. And from what I understand from the family, that was made in Italy. And the children are the actual children that are buried there. The sculptor took a picture and sculpted this sculpture in Italy and had it shipped here. And the families, I think it's distant cousins or that come, and they clean it and they restore it to every so often, every couple years they'll come in and they'll restore it. And it's just beautiful, and everybody comments on it. It's in the older part of the section of the cemetery, and sitting there with these 3 children, and it's very pretty and peaceful.
While the cemetery offers valuable insight into the past, renovation efforts are being made by the staff and city to prepare the grounds for the future residents and visitors of this public offering.
One of the future renovations that are going to be going on, and we currently have an architect working on it, is a new office building right next to the current cemetery building and office. The ongoing renovations we have at the moment is we are painting all the top rail and posts black and putting up black chain link fence and adding these wrought iron gates. And what we're trying to do with this is try to match what the front of the cemetery from Harrison looks like. And we do plan in the future to have some rock go up around these.
The renovation of the building that will be built for the Fairview Cemetery is going to bring so much more for the citizens and the people that have loved ones here. We're hoping to have this facility to be able to help and to have the customers feel more at ease. It'll be a bigger facility. We'll be able to, our workers will be able to do more and to house more stuff so that we can do more renovation for the markers and the stones that are here in our cemetery.
I'm over the parks and cemetery, and as you can imagine, we have a lot of area to maintain. And I think that one of the one great fulfillments that I get out of my job is driving through a park or driving through the cemetery and seeing everything look nice, and not having people come to the cemetery and feel like it's been left out. Sure, we have our difficulties, rain, whatever. Sometimes we have to really work hard to get it done or get it caught up, but I just like for the place to be where people could come out here and have a sense of enjoyment about being here, walking. whether their loved ones are being buried and the place looks good. That is one of the one things that really fulfills my job. I have some really great crews, and they do work hard at it. And the place looks good most of the time.
Throughout the years, the cemetery has kept vital records that are important in keeping track of who's buried here and where. These records also offer important information to those researching their family history.